Hello everyone and welcome to part 5 of Alan Wake. So in the last part, I'll be honest, we kind of just did a lot of running. There was a lot of going through the woods, trying to find the kidnapper who basically claims that he has our wife Alice. So we didn't really get much in the way of like solid story. Like there weren't really any cutscenes. I think we actually were still in episode 3 for the entirety of the last part. So hopefully today we will be able to get maybe a little bit more story. We might be able to maybe meet up with Barry again, find out what's going on with Agent Nightingale, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to move on to the next episode in this part. So there are 6 episodes in total, I believe. So we are currently, I believe, at the latter end of episode 3, but we'll just have to wait and see. Hi Michael, welcome to stream. It's good to see you here. So yeah, we'll just oh hi Persos as well, welcome. Alan Wake, more like Alan Woke. So I have been doing a lot of lore learning about this game as of late. I have been doing some research to kind of try and learn a bit more about the game, learn a bit more about the story. So hopefully if anything does crop up, I can kind of maybe explain little tidbits here and there. But otherwise, we might as well get the game loaded. So I believe we finished the last part in a kind of difficult spot. I vaguely remember there being quite a few enemies and a lot of these like light what do you call it, what are they, the like the generator lights, and I remember being attacked by a few people, so I'm hoping that this won't be too bad, but we'll just have to see. I am going to lower the volume just a little bit because I don't know what it is with Alan Wake. For some reason, like certain parts of it are incredibly quiet and then other parts are just really loud in your face. Like every single time that I load up the game, I have it all at full volume and I always jump a mile because for some reason they've got like a jump scare basically in their opening sequence, and then it goes all nice and quiet into the menu music. So yeah, I'll lower it a little bit, but do let me know if it is on the quiet side, especially if you can't hear like the dialogue, because obviously that's quite a big thing in this particular game. So I can't quite remember which way we tried going up last time. Obviously, I died last time. So we ended up reloading at the checkpoint. Oh God. Where did you come from? I was talking. Like, what the hell? Oh my God, they just came out of nowhere. I was trying to do a recap, people. Please. Right, oh God, this is trying to remember controls from a week ago as well. I was literally like right before stream, I was like trying to remember what on earth I did last week. I genuinely couldn't remember. I had to rewatch part of my last stream because I couldn't remember what we'd done, and I think it's just because so much of it was focusing purely on getting from A to B, essentially, because we had to from what I remember, we went to the mines because after we got knocked out by Rose, because Rose, the lovely Dinah Rose, she drugged us basically. Oh, I don't have any more ammo. But yeah, so she drugged us and basically, oh geez, knocked us out, essentially. Right, I'm going to turn this back on, just in case. Oh, maybe not. And when we woke up, we were being essentially accosted by the, by Agent Nightingale, the FBI agent. And so from then on, we've essentially been, oh my God, why are there so, am I supposed to be like running? Is this meant to be you need to get from A to B and not be just fighting everything? Because I'm running really low on ammo right now. Right, okay, cool. It's auto switched me, which is good. I forgot my train of thought. This is going to go well today. But yeah, so we've basically been on the run well, we were on the run for the entirety of the last part. So we'll just have to, I think we might just have to kind of make a dash for it. Because these guys just keep on coming. They just keep on appearing. But I'm worried that I'll have missed something over there, because there's a building over there. Okay, can I press this button very... Oh no, God. Can I... There is so many of them. Okay, can I turn this light on, please? Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Oh my God, there are so many of them. Why are there so many? There's one right behind me as well. I know, I can feel it. I should have just run. No, I'm trapped. I should have just run. No, oh yeah. I was like, stun blocked then. Oh, and I have to do this whole bit again. Okay, I think I'm going to go the other way. I'll go the other way. I think this is a kind of, you just need to run through it and hope for the best type of thing. I think that's what I need to do. Free drugs, how nice of her. Yeah, she just dosed us up on some free sleeping pills. You know, Barry was very appreciative. He just kind of like, you know, chilled out at her house for the rest of the time because he was a little bit tired after that, you know how it goes. But yeah, so yeah, for the most part of the last part, we went through, I think we went by a train depot, and then oh, hello. Yeah, there's a building over there that I want to look at. Right, I'm gonna move over here. But and we went through the mines, and then we got, because we were meant to meet the kidnapper at the mines, but he didn't show, and then he called us and was like, oh yeah, you need to come here. Oh, thermos. There's a thermos. I'm probably gonna regret going for this, aren't I? I feel like I'm gonna regret going for it, but is there light in here? It doesn't feel like there's light in here. What's the E for open? Oh, did you all come through that one door? Oh, that's perfect. They all just funneled themselves in through the one door. So that's made my life a lot easier. Right, so did I literally... Oh, okay, cool. There is like ammo and stuff here. Okay, cool. We can go with that. Oh, flare gun ammo as well. Oh, we like a bit of flare gun ammo. Oh, and a flashbang. Oh, it was definitely worth coming this way. Oh, yeah. Why are you meeting up with kidnappers? So basically, we got a phone call from someone who claims to have kidnapped our wife. Oh God, I can't see. I can't see. There's a tree. There's a tree. There's a tree. I can't see. Oh my God, you're big. Oh, God. Okay, maybe it wasn't worth going this way. Yeah, so we got a phone call basically from someone claiming that they were the one who had kidnapped our wife. And this was after Alan had kind of gone through this experience of being attacked by the Taken, which are the forms that the darkness. Why are you not switching? Okay. So basically, let's quickly go to the next one. We didn't want to tell the police about this phone call because we were worried, or Alan was worried, sorry, that the police would just think he was absolutely barking. Because obviously if he tried to explain to them, oh, by the way, my wife was kidnapped by the darkness, and these people, that one of which I basically murdered, he was one of these Taken people, and I think that someone has in the meantime kidnapped my wife. So basically he was like, right, I will meet with this guy to try and figure things out, to try and get our wife back. And so far it's not gone too well. So we did actually meet up with the kidnapper at one point, but unfortunately we got attacked by a whole load of Taken, and he skedaddled off and left us. And that was when he basically said to us, right, okay, you need to go to the... Oh, he wanted the manuscript. So basically Alan has been picking up manuscript pages throughout the game, which I think you knew already. But yeah, he's been picking up these manuscript pages throughout the game, and when he has the pages, I think I'm just going to carry on running, to be honest with you. Yeah, and the pages basically tell you what is going to happen in the story. And so this kidnapper wants those pages. Oh my god, Alan, why are you running so slowly? Okay, I just... I think it's going to be one of those streams today. I think it's going to be one of those days. I'm feeling it already.
I had no real plan.
But yeah, so that's basically, we're basically meeting up with the kidnapper because we don't want to involve law enforcement, especially because after meeting with Agent Nightingale, he was an FBI agent. He keeps shooting at us. Whenever he sees us, he just keeps shooting at us. So yeah, basically, we have to be incredibly wary of law enforcement at the moment. Because, yeah, folded like a piece of paper, goddamn. He's moving, like, I don't know. Like, his stamina is awful. Like, I'm overweight, right? I could run for longer than he could, especially if I was dealing with these guys. And it's like, run for your life, mate. Like, these guys are literally throwing axes at you. And, like, I've got flashbangs. I've got flashbangs. Flashbangs. Ooh! Completely forgot about the flipping flashbangs. Those are very, very useful to have. Now, am I going to get attacked again by the three guys coming in here? Or were they... I think that might have been them. Okay, so that saves me a little bit of hassle. But yeah. I keep forgetting. The issue is that normally when I play games, I do them in, like, obsessive quick succession. So the fact that I remember any kind of controls in this game right now is just insane. So yeah, remembering that I have certain weapons is out of my remit normally. Awful stamina. Oh man, cut him some slack. Some men have performance issues. Oh my god, but seriously, Alan has really bad performance issues. Like, I mean, just... I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's something that they maybe altered in the remastered version, but geez, this guy is a slow runner. It's actually insane. Right, so I've got too much flashbangs. So if I get attacked here, which I feel like I'm about to, I am going to actually... Oh no, that's a flare. Flare gun. Why are you not shooting? Thank you. Right, okay. I'm going to run up here now. Because I think there's light up here. There is light. Ooh, checkpoint. Ooh, we did it. We made it. Oh, the light is so good. Oh, God. Like, genuinely, in the last stream, this area was obviously the very last part that we got to. And the first time I tried going... Oh, God. What's happening? Ooh, that doesn't seem good. But yeah, we got to this part.
Ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Maybe it is going for Alice. Oh, but look, we've got... I wonder if these are for the miners, maybe. So, for those of you who weren't in the last part, or missed this, so basically, back in the 1970s, there was a volcanic eruption underneath Cauldron Lake. And the eruption caused some of the mine shafts to collapse. And I believe it was like 35 miners ended up losing their lives, and then the mines were shut, essentially. So I'm wondering if these markers are potentially... Oh my god, you're so speedy. I'm wondering if some of these markers are maybe for... Okay, I'm just gonna... I'm wondering if some of these markers are for those miners, or if it's just coincidence. Ooh! Alan! Oh god, this guy is so speedy. So speedy. Okay, I'm gonna shot you, I think, because every time you come near me, you're just so quick. These guys, like, genuinely are kind of annoying. Because, like, I think it was it Rusty, I think? Was he someone I was supposed to recognise? Because he took quite a few shots, that guy. But, 35 miners and a kid. God's sake, Michael. 1970s, never been there. Neither have I, funnily enough. that is the decade that my mum was born in, so I have not been in the 1970s. But, yeah, there is obviously more to the volcanic eruption under Cauldron Lake, but that's probably something that we'll get into later. But yeah, obviously it caused this massive tragedy. And yeah, I was just wondering if maybe those markers were specifically... Is there anything in there? Can I get in here? Oh, okay, I can. Oh, lithium batteries. We'll take that, we'll take that. Okay, cool, we got a light. We got a light. Alright, don't die, we know you're from the 70s. I'm not from the 70s, my mother is from the 70s. I'm from the 90s, thank you very much. Oh dear. Oh god, that's moving. One of the other things that we came across in the last part was that the darkness now seems to like taking possession of objects and throwing those objects at me. Oh god, what's here? Okay, I'm going to try going back because I feel like going this way might potentially lead to some ammo. Maybe a page, maybe a thermos, maybe not. I was hoping for at least something. Can I go in here? Can I like jump through the window?
Dead. A ghost town.
No.
Had been for decades, maybe a century.
No, I don't think it had been a century. I mean, again, I'm assuming that this... So mine is from 76 and I am but a teeny child. My mum is... Is it slap bang 70? It's either 1970 or 71, I think. I always forget. I get confused. Oh. What is with throwing inanimate objects at me? Like it was just a barrel. Oh god. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Gonna throw a car at me now. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, last part, we actually had a bulldozer come at us, which was fun, you know, a possessed bulldozer. Right, here is a manuscript. Let's have a look at that. Now, what button was that? Was it F5? Yes, it was. Right, for the life of me, can't remember where we got up to. So, we got to the bulldozer, Sarah and the radio tower. I'm trying to think of what ones we actually listened to. Oh, we did... Yeah, we did Nightingale in the Majestic, because I remember seeing that in the thing. Would you prefer they threw people at you rather than inanimate objects? What state are the people in? And what size? Because, I mean, a car can do a lot of damage. A person... like, especially like on the smaller side, not as much damage, but a car can do a lot of damage. So Nightingale in the Majestic, that is, yeah, sorry, that is what the one that we saw in the last part. This one is the new one. So Mott at Cauldron Lake.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to handle Incredibulk. Gonna be honest. It depends. Does he have a weakness to light? Because if I had a torch, I could probably deal with that. But yeah, so Mott, from my understanding, is... the kidnapper. And obviously when he tried to find Alan and Alice earlier, they weren't there because the cabin doesn't actually exist, or it doesn't anymore, because during the eruption in 1970, the island, Diver's Isle, which is what the cabin was once on, and the cabin itself sank into the lake. So the cabin that we were in at the beginning of the game, it ain't there anymore. And it shouldn't have been there. Incredibulk is a bear. I doubt he does have a weakness to light, let alone 9mm. Well, in this game, everything seems to have a weakness to light. So, Grey Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, the Grey Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Grey Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. So the graveyard that we walked through earlier, obviously that means that wasn't specifically for the miners that were then lost in the eruption of 1970. So that's interesting to know. So it's just sort of, this is a mining town. So, and obviously Alan was speculating earlier that it had maybe been a century since this place had been used. It's actually only, I think, how many years was it? I think so, 32. I think it's been about 40 years, I think, if my maths... I might be remembering years wrong. Like I said, I have been trying to do some research into some of the background stuff so I can get a bit more of an understanding. And again, I have played this game before, so it's not like I'm learning anything particularly new. It's just getting a better understanding, so I know as things are happening, I can maybe explain them a little bit. That won't be the same for all of my playthroughs. It's just, like I said, with this one in particular, I'm keen to get more of an understanding because there is so much depth to the Alan Wake game, or well, games, because obviously if you include Alan Wake's American Nightmare in that as well, and obviously it's all part of one universe. So you've got basically the Remedyverse, which is Remedy Entertainment. So their games all typically interlink in in some ways. So you've got Control, you've got the Max Payne games, you've also got Quantum Break, I think it is. I've not really seen much of Quantum Break, so I can't really talk too much on it. But yeah, they're all interlinked in various ways. Oh, it angry. It angry. Oh, it's going to throw a fridge. I mean, I guess it's better than a bear. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Better than a bear. Woo! Oh, jeez. God, that looked like it would hurt. That looked like it would probably hurt quite a bit. Oh, God, is it... Oh, God, it's these things now. Maybe I should just stand behind stuff. Like, if I stand, like, here... Maybe? Oh, God, my battery is run out. Woo! Right, I'm getting tractors thrown at me. Like, really, really old tractors. Oh god, my battery is running out so quickly as well. Right, there's the mining cart. Let's deal with you. Ooh. I swear this is just trying to run down all of my batteries before I go into, like, a boss fight of some kind. Oh my god, it's over there as well. I forgot there was another one. I like how they're, like, obviously trying to change up the gameplay a little bit and be like, oh yeah, look, so you're not just going against humans that are taken over by the dark presence, you're now going against wheelbarrows and barrels and mine carts and bulldozers. Like, well, clearly if light can stop these objects, it's not that bad. Light is a very, very powerful weapon in this game, which is very, very heavily implied throughout the entire game. I think at the very beginning, the first thing that you have to do is you need to go to a lighthouse. That's literally the very first thing, and that's to get out of... get away from... Oh god, how do I jump them? Basically to get away from a tunnel of darkness. not a tunnel, a tornado of darkness, sorry. So yeah, light good, dark bad. At least as far as we know. Like, there's so much stuff in this where it's kind of like, you know, light is definitely good against the dark presence, but is light truly good, or is it just after its own ends? We don't know. Next game, you're going to fight yourself. You do know... Have you heard of Alan Wake's American Nightmare, Mickle? Because if you haven't, you're incredibly accurate with what you've just said. Because, yeah, so in American Nightmare, I won't go into too much detail because obviously, you know, it's the next thing we're going to be playing. But you do go against a guy who looks very, very much like Alan, and he's called Mr. Scratch. Yeah, he's essentially another Alan. So yeah, you're quite spot on with that. Oh, what's it telling me to pick up? What are you? Keys. Oh god, am I gonna have to drive? Don't make me drive, please. Oh no, is it just entry into here? Oh, thank god for that. I don't do well with driving. Yeah, this, This feels this feels a bit eerie. Oh god, I can hear something like... Oh, I think it's just the mill on the top. Ooh!
Anything outside of writing is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
So that's really interesting because that is quite a lot of what I've been reading about recently about so like Thomas Zane, who is the poet that was staying on Cauldron Lake before. Hi Tom, welcome to the stream. If you're gonna drive, you'll have to find some alcohol first. For how my driving is in this game, you would think that I'd already found alcohol. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I am not good at driving in this. Oh, so switch to the hunting rifle. So is that... Oh, so that's switching my shotgun out for the hunting rifle. I mean, I've only got two... Yeah, I've only got 2 ammo for the shotgun, so I guess it makes sense to swap them out. I'd imagine I'm probably not going to find any more shotgun ammo if they're telling me to use this. I didn't think this game would have driving, to be honest. I mean, I've only driven in one sequence in this game, but as Pertos will tell you, it was a questionable sequence. It made me doubt my ability. Oh god. Oh, there it is again. That thing is angry. But yeah, it heavily made me doubt my ability to drive. Like, I'm a relatively good driver in real life, but in games, no, I'm a really bad driver in games. The alcoholic is bad. Guess it's bigger than I thought. Didn't know you left, Mickle. Oh dear. Oh, what was that? It said there was a thing. Oh, was that just for the ladder? Okay, that's just for the ladder. Right. But yeah, so that so those televisions, again, for those of you who haven't been watching all of the parts, those televisions are basically like a flashback to when Alan was essentially blacked out. So he Oh,
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults.
oh my.
It was telling me to hurry up.
We'll get to you when we get to you. But yeah, so yeah, so those TV things basically show like flashbacks essentially to when Alan was blacked out and when he was in a certain location that I won't reveal. But basically, so that's how we're learning kind of little tidbits about what he found out when he was being forced to write the manuscript. And he basically said that when he wasn't writing the manuscript, he felt ill. Like he felt like he had to be writing the manuscript. Jess's arch enemy, someone who can't spell well. I'm not that bad. I don't call everyone out on it. So someone in chat the other day spelt something wrong. And like my brain was like, I should correct that because then they'll know for future. But then another part of me was like, no, don't be that person. Don't be that person. Because I think it was a language thing rather than a, like, I think it was just they weren't sure on how to spell it in English because it wasn't their first language. But I was just sort of like, yeah, no, I won't be that person. I'll keep my mouth shut for once. Right, you're too far away. You're gonna jump me as soon as I try and cross this bridge, aren't you? Woo! Oh. I'm waiting for it. Oh, there we go. Right, are you gonna come back, or... Right, okay. I'm gonna run over here, I think. Woo! Oh my god. Oh my god. No, the controls are not straight enough to be doing this! The controls are not precise enough to be trying to do that. No, 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 no.
Birds.
Right. Oh my... No. Oh my god, is this really... Is this how we're going to be, game? Is this genuinely how we're going to be?
Birds.
Right. Yes, birds. I know, Alan. I saw the birds. Right. Oh god. Yeah, it's not. No, this game is not Hollow Knight. You can't be having me doing like platformy shit to try and get over. No. YouTube's making the stream weird. It's super delayed, but if I play it on 2x speed, then I can catch up. Oh, that's strange. It says excellent connection on my end. I haven't got any issues on my side. Is it the same for you, Mickle? Are you having issues, or is it just Tom? Because yeah, I can't see anything on my end, and everything on OBS is looking a-okay. Right. Ooh. Oh, and Mickle, it wasn't in my chat. It was in Cole's, so it wasn't in my chat. I definitely wouldn't be like correcting grammar in my own chat. I'm not that bad. Right, let's just take this slow. Let's just right, and then run. Oh yes, I did it. I did it. Please do not have any more parts like that. I swear down, game. I am not in the mood today to be dealing with that bullshit. Danger, do not enter. Well, I'm being chased by murderous crows, so it looks like I will be entering. Let's drop down. Oh god, just don't... Oh! Oh god, this is feeling very Until Dawn. I don't like it. It's happened with your streams before, I think, too. It's bizarre. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, because I'm not showing any dropped frames, and everything seems a-okay on the other side, like on the YouTube side. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, keep me updated on it. And yeah, keep me updated on it. And I don't know, I'm usually like 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, well, yeah, just, but it's something that's happened with other streams too, so it's not your end. It's just a YouTube thing. Okay. Well, I mean, I do need to like review my OBS settings and just make sure that I have everything in place there anyway. So, yeah, just let me know if obviously it is a continuous thing or if, oh god, flipping barrel. Did I swear? I don't remember swearing. I died. I don't remember swearing. I really don't like this. I don't like being underground. I'm not a big fan of it. I know this game is a lot older than Until Dawn, but I am getting intense Until Dawn vibes, which is probably making me even more wary and more nervous. I don't like it. I know that the things in Until Dawn won't be in this, but it still makes... Tunnel go to Cauldron Lake. Oh, tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. Oh, interesting. Ooh. Is that Alice? Now, if I go... Oh god, do I follow the light or do I go this way? Ah! Which way do I go? Because if I go... This is... Normally when I follow these, this is to like extra stuff. But it's saying tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. Oh god. Oh, did I? Oh, fair enough. I don't remember saying that. The quality of the stream is great. Other than that, perfect, good. Yeah, because I would hope so, given the fact that with the new computer, I would hope it would be able to handle handle doing these streams. Oh god, I don't know what way to go. Oh, is this looks like it might be a... Oh no, there's up that way. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna follow that tunnel. I'm gonna follow that tunnel because I want to see, because it's curious that it's mentioning specifically that the tunnels lead to Cauldron Lake. But I'm also nervous because I've heard a ghostly voice calling out my name, and I feel like going deeper into the mines is not necessarily the best of ideas. I swear down, if there's a Wendigo down here, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be extremely upset. Give me more glowies. Ooh.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Ooh. This is telling us not to go down here. But I feel like I want to go down here. Now your stream quality is arse. Highest setting. Oh. Oh.
Alice? Alice?
Ooh. Sorry, Mickle. Streamlabs timed you out. It wasn't me. Am I supposed to go? Is this like lore? Or is this... Ooh.
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so this was just like a quick lore detour. So that is the water from Cauldron Lake. Or some of the water. And it looks very, very dark. I don't know what you said because... Oh, actually, can I view it? I don't know what... It's weird. I allowed your message, right? Mickle, I allowed your message and then it timed you out. It only timed you out for like a second, it says, but I don't know quite what happened there. Right, Hunters Taken. So that looks like that's the page that we just got. So we've got like two more that we haven't listened to. So if we quickly listen to these three, then we kind of catch up.
Hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Oh yeah, I can still see the message, so I can still see the whole thing. So I don't know. I'm guessing maybe it's because you said A double S, maybe. I don't. I'm really bad at saying that with a British accent. It's asked me, but yeah, I wonder if maybe that's why. It might have just automatically done it from that, maybe. Okay, I might just be a bit wary. I will have a look, because I mean that's a bit of an excessive thing to time out for. So but yeah, I will keep an eye on it and adjust if I need to. Yeah, right. Okay, so that was that one, and then let's do Mott on the ferry.
Spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
So Mott is a bit of a dick. Oh god, yeah. I've got chat in 3 different places, and I just completely lost what I was looking at. Arse is not real English. Arse is English, but I just struck. It's ass, but I always think of like a donkey. Instead. Hi Ryan, welcome to the stream. I'm sure the timeout was earned. I mean, he was basically saying that the stream was rubbish, so you know, there is that. You know, you just have to say it with confidence and you can get away with it. I just feel like I sound really stupid saying ass, like trying to say it in the way that an American would. Like if I'm referring to the animal, then yeah, of course that sounds fine. But when I'm actually like trying to like call someone an ass, I just think I sound ridiculous. Right, so this is the last one that we'll listen to. So Hunters Taken.
Hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods.
Oh, to add to the swear jar, it's exclamation mark swear jar plus sign, because we've changed the bot and it's updated. So when you do exclamation mark swear jar, it shows you the count, but if you do the plus, that adds to the count. It's the same with deaths as well. So it's exclamation mark death plus if you want to add to the count, and exclamation mark death if you don't want to add to the count and you just want to see it. Right, so yeah, so this is basically just explaining about the hunters being taken over by the darkness. So that is all good. So how much? Oh, so we've got, so these 2 pages we can't get because they are only in nightmare mode. And sorry, not happening. Apologies. So yeah, so those pages we won't see in particular. And then we've got Tor hits Nurse Sinclair. So Tor is one of the Anderson brothers that we saw at the very, very beginning of the game. Funnily enough, they're called Tor and Odin. And they are part of a band called the Old Gods of Asgard. But they're a little bit on the loopy side, bless them. So perfect. Yeah, it's I changed what bot I was using, and it has kind of more like at least easier to make commands. So is this one of those horror games? I'm not familiar with it. So this is Alan Wake. This is a game from 2009. It's made by Remedy Entertainment, and they're the same people that did like the Max Payne oh sorry, they're the people that did the Max Payne series. They also did Control a few years ago. They did Quantum Break as well, which was, I don't think was as successful as Control, but I may be misremembering potentially. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a survival horror game, because I feel like Cole would tell me off if I did say that it was a survival horror game. This is more kind of like action adventure with horror. Oh no, God, is it? I don't know. It's a scary game. Like there's dark things in it. There's bad people. But yeah, these guys did Max Payne, and actually, funnily enough, so Alan Wake, the guy that we play as, before I go in this room, because this looks like arena room. I'll explain this. So he is a novelist, and he specifically writes thrillers. And in the in one of the earlier episodes, I think it's actually episode 2, you have a flashback where you're Alan Wake in his apartment in New York. And 3 of the manuscript pages that we get are from one of his books. And the book, or the manuscript pages, are narrated by the guy who does the voice for Max Payne. So it's implied that the character that Alan Wake writes about is like an alternate version of Max Payne, if that makes sense. Because Remedy Entertainment, all of their worlds, ooh, I knocked a pallet over, all of their stuff is interlinked and interwoven, and seemingly innocuous things from one game suddenly is, oh yeah, so this is one that we already had. Okay, we'll listen to Tor Hits Nurse Sinclair in a second. But yeah, so all of the little things that are linked, like, yeah, just small details that you don't realize are linked between the games, they are, which is fascinating. And that's part of the reason why I've been looking into the lore behind Alan Wake, because it is just how they've linked the games is just, it's insane, to be honest with you. Like, there is so much depth to it, and that's why there's so much like uncertainty around certain things, because you're like, is this because of this? Is this like, and Alan Wake is actually in Control. For those of you who haven't played Control or you've heard of Control, Alan Wake is in Control. And obviously we've got Alan Wake 2 coming out in a few months, and so I imagine the elements of the game Control are then going to also be brought forth into Alan Wake 2. So why does Alan always have to be awake? Why can't Alan sleep? Because he's being haunted by the darkness, and every time that he sleeps he gets nightmares, because the darkness is, he's probably more susceptible to the darkness whenever he's sleeping. So that's probably a good reason. Right, let's listen to this quickly and then we will carry on.
The windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Poor Nurse Sinclair. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not good. He's in Control. That's so cool, man. Yeah, so he, I won't go too much into Control. Oh, God, I just, I think something dropped from upstairs. It sounded like one of my kids' water bottles must have fallen off their bed, and it made me jump an absolute mile. Right. I'm all right. I'm fine. But yeah, I won't go into too much detail about Control, because I'll be honest, I've watched a small oh, what's gonna get me? I watched a small amount of a playthrough. I struggled to get into it a lot purely because it is a very, very lore heavy game. There is like, it's essentially, it's like an SCP game in the sense of, oh, we're not getting out that way. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. How did you get down there? Why are you down there? Why are you waiting for me down there? Oh god, this doesn't, oh yeah, flashbang, right, okay. Oh, right, okay. I might have to concentrate with this, but yeah, so basically, the, oh god, why is it taking so long to do that? So there's a certain area, I realise I've lost my track completely. So no, so with Control, it's basically a bit like an SCP style, not style, because that kind of doesn't do it justice, but in the sense of there's a whole load of stuff that you can find, and all of these different things have their own lore. There is a lot of stuff that you can find in that game, and one of the areas that you go to has some kind of link to what happens with Alan. And again, I won't go into too much detail because if you, obviously I know what happens in this game, you guys might not know what happens in this game, so I don't want to kind of spoil anything too much for you. But yeah, basically it creates some kind of link with Alan, and there's certain bits that you see with him. And actually the people who, oh god, it's Poets of the Fall, or they're also known as Old Gods of Asgard, those are a band that have done music in this, and they also did music for Control as well. And the music actually, I believe, is written specifically for the story. Does it link with Quantum Break 2? Yes, it does. Yeah, so like I said, all of Remedy it's all somehow interwoven into each other. I don't know anything about the Max Payne games. I don't really know anything about Quantum Break, apart from the fact that it's got the guy from X-Men in it. But yeah, it is... Oh, God. That looks trustworthy. Yep, totally trustworthy. But... yeah, I don't know anything about Max Payne. I don't know anything about Quantum Break. I know very limited amounts about Control, and obviously I know the basics about Alan Wake. But is your video going to cover any of that, or are you purely focused on this game? So, to a small degree, I won't go too much into, because again, I've not played Control, so I don't want to kind of be like, I know this stuff, when actually I really... Oh, actually, how far? Oh, am I supposed to go up there maybe? But then how am I supposed to... Okay, hang on. So yeah, I don't... Oh, I wonder if I just... Maybe I'll just do it like... Oh god, this looks like it's going to be horrendous. Woo! Woo! No, 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 no! Alan, you are fine! I pressed the button for too long. I shouldn't have pressed the button for longer than I did. I know I have to make my way up the mine shaft. But yeah, because I've not played a huge amount of Control, I don't want to kind of be like... I don't want to go too much into it. It's predominantly going to focus on Alan Wake. Or elements of Alan Wake, I should say. But because there are certain things that do tie in with Control, there will be some parts that I'm like, oh, and we found out that this is why this is called this, because of what happened in Control. So, yeah, there will be elements of it. How... Like, he didn't, like, grab on or anything, did he? I'll be honest, not a huge fan of this aspect of the game.
I have to make my way up
this feels... I don't know if this is just, like, old game jank, or if it's, hey, we need to fill some time here, so let's make it so that they keep falling off of shit and getting slightly frustrated because they keep falling off of shit, because it'll be funny. Because this ain't it. This is not a platforming game. This is not... I hate when games that clearly aren't made for platforming force it. Like, yeah, I'm bad at platforming at the best of times. But, like, I mean, like, look at Hollow Knight. Like, oh, God. Like, yeah, look at Hollow Knight. Like, that game is designed to platform. This is not designed to platform in the absolute least. And he doesn't even grab, like... Do I need to lower it? But then if I lower it... sorry, if I raise it, then he can't get up it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alan. Alan! I swear to God. I swear to fucking God, Alan. I didn't say any swears. Ignore it. I know you need to make your way up the mineshaft, Alan. I've heard you say it like 4 times. You have to go to the right / back. Okay, I'll have a look. I'll have a look when I get back there. Because this... I said to my husband, I was like, I might finish stream early today because I'm feeling really, really tired. And I'm worried that I might not get my my happy-go-lucky positive energy across. This is what is going to... This is what's going to demolish me today. When you jump onto the beam, you go right. But what do you mean? What are you talking about, the elevator, or are you talking about the beam on the... I'm pointing at it like you can see. The platform, I guess. Because like the annoying thing is like I can't even see. So here, jump on, then go to the right. Oh, you think I need to go like over that way? Isn't that where I came from? Okay, we'll give it a go. Have I just been stupid and I'm complaining at the game for no reason? Okay, I'll accept that. I'll take it. But either way, they tricked me. They tried to make it seem like, yeah, I don't like it. Am I supposed to go here? Yeah, and then I have to go there. Right, okay. Okay, either way, this platforming sucks, okay? Like earlier, those bridges over the mountains, right? That kept falling down. No, that was not made for this type of game. I do wonder if they like corrected any of that in remastered, because obviously this is the original game. So this is the original game that came out in 2010. The remastered one, I think. Your tip button doesn't work. I tried to exploit it. When you say doesn't work, what does that mean? I only set it up the other day. So I'm curious to know why it's not working. Because yeah, I only set it up the other day and no one's obviously tried to use it yet. So I don't know. I don't know what... Oh god, am I going down? Okay. So yeah, so I don't quite know what hasn't been set up correctly. So do let me know if there's anything in particular that's not working or why it's not working. Oh, okay. I think I see. Okay. I put in a tip and the button is grayed out. Okay, hang on a second. Let me have a look-see, a very, very quick look-see. Because it should be working. Oh god. Oopsie. Sorry, I know that this is riveting gameplay. Interesting. Did you type in a no, because it doesn't come up with a username. Okay. Did you type in like a username and a message or anything like that? Yeah, I might have to have a fiddle with that and see. Because it should be working. It's all connected and everything. Tip settings. Enabled. That's all enabled. Yeah, I can't see why it wouldn't be working. So yeah, just did you put like a username or anything logged in through YouTube? Okay. Oh. Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. Okay, so I don't know why it's not working for you, Ryan. Yeah, I didn't do anything to change it or anything, so hopefully... I don't know why it wouldn't work. I've got PayPal. I've also got cards enabled and everything. So yeah, I don't know. But thank you very much, Tom, for the £1. I really, really appreciate it. I think with that, you will have also earned some ghosties as well. So I will have a quick check actually and make sure that that's gone through for you. Because again, like I said, this is all testing stuff, and I'm sorry, this is really, really boring content for you guys. But I just want to check to make sure that it has worked. And I don't know how long it normally takes for stuff to go through. Oh, what? Is this on? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. You obviously do not feel obligated to tip me or anything. It was just kind of something that I set up just to test out. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm glad that it's at least working, hopefully. And unfortunately, there isn't really much to kind of do with the, I can't really do much with the tips, unfortunately, in terms of like, obviously there's no membership icons or membership exclusive stuff or anything like that, but you know, hopefully that's something that I can kind of work on in the future. There is like a monthly, like you can do like a pay monthly tips type thing, but like I said, I've not set up any kind of like special thing for it or anything. But yeah, Jessica, I told you not to tell Ryan about the ghosties thing. Mate, he was in the stream. He was in the very first stream that we did with regards to the ghosties. So he knows. He even mentioned about paying for them. So he's very well aware. Right, so, oh, do I go down? Let's have a quick peek down here, because I feel like this is going to be where there might be like a page or some ammo. Ammo would be nice. Oh no, there's crows instead. Ooh. Okay, that looks like the direction we need to go. So let's try going up instead and seeing what we can do. Oh, you need to do, when you do the heist, you need to put in afterwards how much you want to put forward for it. So like if you can do either, so you do space and then the number of ghosties you want to use for the heist, or you can do space all, and that will do all of your ghosties. Which I think is quite handy actually, because one of the things that I always forget is like how many Chol coins I've got. And I end up, every single time I end up having to double check to see how many I have. So so it's nice that you just have the all option as well. So yeah, so everyone, now that Tom has done the heist, it is a 60-second thing. So do feel free to, if you do exclamation mark heist and then the number of ghosties that you would like to put forward, then you'll all get to join in as part of the heist. I did have it set to 45 seconds the other day, but it was a little bit on the quick side. So that's why I've lowered it. No, I've upped the amount of time it takes before brain functioning, kind of. Oh dear. What the heck is a Chol coin? Have you not been in... you don't go in the Discord, I guess, a huge amount. Oh, there is a cooldown. So once a heist has been done, there is like a 300-second cooldown before you can do a new one. But Chol coin is what Cole uses in the Discord. So I just picked up a page, but I believe we've gone through them all. Obviously, we're missing a few pages, which is a bit of a pain, but this isn't a 100% playthrough or anything, so it's bound to happen. It says I got a handful of plunder. Oh, yeah, you're right. It says you got 0. That's not great. Okay, I might have to have a look in at that. But did you lose any, or is it just that you didn't gain any? So maybe the plunder just wasn't worth ghosties. Maybe you just got like, I don't know, something pretty that you kind of like the look of, but it turned out to be dress jewelry or something that wasn't worth anything. The Discord is just a bunch of nerds. Oh yeah, so you didn't lose anything. Okay, so at least there's that. You didn't lose anything, but you didn't gain anything, which, you know, all you can hope for, really. But yeah, no, so Chol coin is the currency that Cole uses in the Discord for his like gambling stuff for faction wars, which I know that you're not doing so much of, so right. God, how on earth these things run, I have no idea. They should not be running at all. Right, okay. I'm getting deja vu. We had another one of these before. This didn't end well last time.
Another cable car.
Yeah, exactly, Alan. This didn't end well last time. There is a tornado of darkness floating around these woods. This is not a good idea. I hear birds. I hear birds. Oh, you... Word I will not say. Oh god, there's more of them. Okay, no, wrong button, wrong button. No, wrong button. Where are the birds? Oh. Right, let's reload. Oh god, that was a waste of a flipping flare. Oh. Bloody birds. Oh my god, I'm like barely halfway over. I think there's only one. So now that I've taken out those ones, I think there's only these ones left. So actually that's not a huge threat. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing to be concerned about. That's the thing to be concerned about. This is not a checkpoint. This doesn't feel like a checkpoint. This is not safe. Alan. This is not safe. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, we're alive. Okay, we're all good. Okay, and at least there's no more birds, so I don't have to use any more of those flipping... Oh god. Right from the bat. Right off the bat, sorry. I know what I'm saying. I know words. I know phrases. Where'd the other one go? Did he just fall off the cliff? Oh no, he's down there. Okay. Just fall, please. Thank you very much. 320 time to gamble Mickle. I didn't even know about that last time. I just don't trust that rickety thing. Yeah, no, the last time we got... Oh! Sorry, that might have been a bit on the loud side. Alan. Put a penny in the swear jar, yeah? Honestly, this thing just throws... This thing has really bad aim. If you think about it, like the amount of things that it throws at me. And none of them really hit very often. Saying that, I have died quite... Oh, actually. Can I pick up more now that I've reloaded? No. Okay. Anything up here? No. Though saying that, they're... Again, I won't go too much into it. There is a very specific reason why this thing can't just outright throw shit at us and kill us. 10 points per dollar you send my way. So I think, actually, let me have a look. I can't remember what I set it to. I'm probably going to have, depending on how heavily the tips get used, I might have to nerf it a bit. But I've currently got it set. So, what is it? Oh, so you get 5 ghosties per USD or per pound or whatever. So it's not too bad actually. That should be doable. But oh yeah, did you guys know that you can duel? Did you know that you can duel each other? I think I brought this up in the last stream. Oh, and there's also a slots one as well. There's a slots command. Oh god, I'm being... Ooh. Ooh. There is a not that I'm trying to like twist your arm or anything, but there is a like monthly function on the on the tipping thing. But like I said, you don't get any like anything special from it or anything. Oh, that's a shame. The emotes don't work. Okay, I'll have to have a look at that then later. But yeah, there is a monthly thing on the tipping as well, which I thought was quite interesting. But yeah, I've just not set anything special up for it as of yet. But it's stupid. Like, I'm nowhere near it, but I was looking at like members badges earlier. I was like, oh, those look nice. Because I found some really, really cute like ghost ones. And I was like, I might as well just run with this aesthetic. Just keep on with the ghosts as I go. Oh, something's behind me. And oh god, I need to remember that I have also got flares. Right, reload very, very speedily, please. Ooh, there we go. There we go. But yeah, I was thinking about trying to set up some kind of like not like a loyalty thing, but like a thing for the monthly stuff. But again, I don't even know where I would start with that because of the fact that it's not YouTube integrated. I don't know how it would work. So yeah, these guys just keep coming. So I have a feeling I'm supposed to be running, but I also really, really wanted that weapon. So, oh god, why is the aim so bad? Okay, there we go. Ooh, there was one guy. Oh god, where's he gone? There was a guy. There was a guy. He's gone. Oh, there he is. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. Right, let's run. Let's get out of here. Let's mosey on out of here. There's a dark entity coming after us, and I think we need to just go. Perfect. Right. Run, Alan. Run with your minimal stamina that runs out ridiculously quickly. Was that light? Are you going to stay on? Okay, cool. So the thing with the lights is that sometimes they're kind of a little bit deceptive because... Oh, actually, oh, hang on. So... Oh, okay, so it's just in OBS that the emotes didn't work. Okay. But unfortunately, you did lose your ghosties. Sorry about that, Tom. I didn't notice that. I just noticed that in OBS that the emotes weren't working, but then I looked back and on... That's the issue with having like 3 chats open, is I don't know which one to trust and which one to look at properly. Right, Cauldron Lake. Cauldron Lake, the 8th deepest lake in the world. Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970. And even then, the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Oh, interesting. Okay. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folk tales. It's a popular recreational area for the area residents. Didn't work for me on YouTube. What the emotes? Because they worked on my YouTube studio. So I wonder why that might not have gone through. I was on a hiking trail today and a dad was telling his daughter the story of Lord of the Rings. It was really cute. Oh. My mum loves Lord of the Rings. She actually has worn out 2 sets of extended edition DVDs. She loves it that much. But yeah, I just wanted to really quickly talk about this Cauldron Lake stuff. Oh, actually, no, I didn't mean to press that. Because that's another thing that I've been learning about, which I thought was quite interesting. And this is like a real life thing as well. So basically what can happen is when you have like a particularly violent eruption from a volcano, the kind of, this does not look trustworthy. That doesn't look trustworthy at all. But the kind of pocket where the magma would have been sat underground sometimes can basically collapse. And the reason in this game that Cauldron Lake is called Cauldron Lake is because of the fact that it forms a caldera, which is essentially the shape of a cauldron. And sometimes these can form bodies of water. So basically, I'm going to get attacked on this. Oh, I can't run. Why is it shaking so violently already? But yeah, so Cauldron Lake is a caldera, and these are real things in reality, and they're normally the result of an incredibly violent eruption, which is quite interesting. But the other thing you might have noticed was the fact that he was saying, or the sign stated, come on, the sign stated that there were no casualties. However, we are led to believe that that might not have been the case, because Barry did some research and he mentioned that Thomas Zane, who is a poet, and his lover of the time, Barbara Jagger, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was Barbara Jagger. They stayed at that lake house and then weren't heard from again. I think that's what he said. Something along those lines. I can't remember it word for word. But yeah, so it's interesting that that particular sign said that there was no casualties and that there was minor property damage, because a whole island disappeared. Like, but what is it? Diver's Isle disappeared, and a whole cabin. That's not minor property damage. That's quite a big thing to have neglected to mention. Because yeah, Diver's Isle, there's also... Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, yeah, what are you? Flag on ammo, yes. Gimme. Right, and swap out weapon, because I always accidentally forget to swap out the flare gun. But yeah, so that's interesting that in certain places there's stuff about it, but in other places, because like I said, Barry found out about the cabin and about the island. So in certain places there is information out there, but in other places it seems like it never existed. Right, another manuscript page. Yeah, we've already read that one, so that's fine. Right, let's mosey on. I think we must be nearing the end of episode 3. I think we must be, because we have checked all of the manuscript pages. We've collected enough to have checked all of the manuscript pages. And this has been going on for a long time. I mean, I did die several times. I have died several times, which obviously set us back a little bit. But I don't think I've died enough to extend the game too long. Kick, push. We're really making our way round. Oh, so what's... Oh, God. Oh, is this might be... Is this the old lodge? Because there was somewhere that we were going to stay. Again, don't tell a word for it, because I might be misremembering. But there was somewhere at the beginning of the game that we were going to stay, but it used to be... Oh, hello. Oh, can I... I can't get to it. I'm going to have to try and remember that that's there. But there was a place that we could have stayed at, but unfortunately it, like, obviously went a bit... Can I go down here? Yes, I can. But, oh. Oh. No. I wanted to explore more. Oh. Fine. Tom. Tom, you're in the game. I think someone's a bit obsessed with you. Stop dying then. Thank you. Mickle, you know what? That is a genius idea. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Tom, you talked to me on TV. CW and TZ. So TZ is going to be Thomas Zane, who is the poet. I know who CW is, but I will not tell you guys. You will find out eventually. Oh, geez. Yeah, I think someone's a little bit obsessed with Tom. Just an inkling, you know, potentially. Can I go in here? No. I swear I hear breathing, which makes me feel incredibly uneasy. There's a lot of ammo around here. Don't know how I feel about that. CW is Callan Woke. Yes, of course. Mickle, you are just cracking this game wide open. I mean, you predicted Mr. Scratch for Alan Wake. Alan Wake's American Nightmare. You now... Oh, God, what's that noise? Oh, that's above. Okay. You know, you now calling out the fact that Callan Woke is in the game as well. I mean, yeah, you're knocking it out of the park, knocking it out of the park. I don't know why that has suddenly become a phrase in my vocabulary, because I've said it like 3 times this stream. It's not something I normally say. Oh dear. Right. What's up here then? This looks safe. The shaking and everything, it feels very, very safe. Yeah, very safe. Oh my lordy. Right, flare, flare, flare. Jesus Christ, flare. Okay, I don't have... Are you joking? I don't have any of them? I don't have any flashbangs? What is this? Oh my god, no wonder that guy is just standing... Can you see him over in the corner? He is just standing there waiting. Like, he knows that he is going to try and kick my butt any second now. You... No, oh god. Okay, I'm going to very quickly switch to this. Ooh, ooh. Oh god, please, please, like, take it easy on me. Yeah, it's, you know, it's been a tough day. My wife has been kidnapped. You know, I've had to deal with like loads of you guys. I could just really, really do with someone, you know, doing me a solid and just not beating the absolute crap out of me. That would be really, very, very much appreciated. Ooh. Okay, another flare. Oh, no, I just changed my weapon. Don't do that. Don't do that without my permission, please. So the scroll button on my mouse, or the scroll wheel, apparently changes my weapon as well. So that's good to know when I'm in a panic and I'm running out of options. Don't accidentally press the wrong button or scroll. Right, you are the last guy I have to deal with. Come on. Don't charge me! I'm trying to reload my ammo. No! Oh god, don't die. Don't die. He is literally the last one. Oh. Your wife has been kidnapped. Why did you wife up a kid? Oh god, Mikkel, that took me far too long to realise what you were saying, for goodness sake. She's been abducted, and no, not by aliens, before you try and make that kind of joke as well. Oh dear. Right, let's try going up here again. Let's change over to our pistol and let's reload just in preparation. Oh, more platforming, my favourite. I've got to now jump from here to here. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Right, okay. Oh, but over here... Is there... No, no. Okay, I won't jump down that way because that seems stupid. And you do get full damage in this game, which I learned very, very early on. But I do need to remember that there is a thermos around here. Not for completionist's sake, it's just because I saw it and I was determined to remember to pick it up. I'd probably make a she's been abducted by aliens, why did you marry a cow kind of joke, but now I won't now that you say it. I'm sorry for ruining your jokes, but you know... We're all about the puns here, Mikkel, but I need to be the ones making the puns in my titles. Can't be having too many puns in chat as well, because that would just steal my thunder, you know? Okay, so it looks like...
See Cauldron Lake.
Yeah.
I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it.
Interesting.
It had to be a boat.
I don't know if I would trust a boat out on that lake, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, that doesn't quite sit well with me. Thank you for being very apologetic. Of course, of course.
I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
So what's this one? So this is Wake wakes up in the lodge. Oh, so I think this is the one...
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form...
Yeah, so this is the one reflecting about Dr. Hartman. Now, Dr. Hartman is the guy that Alice was talking to before we came to Bright Falls. So Alan Wake, whilst he is a novelist, he has been suffering quite intensely with writer's block.
Hey, you!
Yeah?
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
Yeah, that's me.
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know.
Oh dear.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a
Oh dear. Oh, Mott. Oh, Mott. Isn't apologetic just a synonym? Synonym. I can talk. I know what I'm saying. For English. No, we're not very apologetic. I was going to say that's more of a Canadian thing, I think, which Sticky probably wouldn't be too happy with me saying, but yeah, I think it's more of a Canadian thing. But yeah, what was I saying? So, oh god, what was the name of the... Can I go here? What was his name again?
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her
Dr. Hartman, that was it. Yeah, so Dr. Hartman, I won't go too much further forward, just I'll give you guys a quick little update on Dr. Hartman. Dr. Hartman is the guy that Alice was talking to, and he basically is a doctor who specialises in those with creative minds and mental disorders. So basically artists, writers, musicians, people like that. He basically focuses specifically on those who are kind of like, it's kind of like the tortured artist type thing. And he is the one that we were supposed, that Alice spoke to, and also the one that Alan punched in the police station because he thinks or thought that he might have been part of the reason that Alice was potentially abducted. Because obviously he knew that Alan and Alice were going to be coming to Bright Falls. Oh, geez, that's a long way down. Right, I'm going to mute the audio there because typically at the end of the episodes, they play copyright music. So just gonna...
Alan Wake.
There we go. That should be okay now.
By the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
So who was it that pulled us out of the water then?
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
You don't sound quite right.
Hartman.
Ah, Dr. Hartman. So that's the page that we just picked up.
You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient.
Thank you very much, Ryan, and I'll see you later. And thank you again for the tip. I really, really appreciate it. That was really nice of you.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Okay, so it looks like we are at... I can't remember what the name of this place is. It's basically kind of like a psychiatric centre that Dr. Hartman runs. And obviously he's left us with a typewriter, which, you know, very helpful.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Not really.
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
You seem very, very trustworthy.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them are here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip. Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
I do like the fact that they use the like the voice actors' actual photos in the game. It's like earlier in right at the very beginning when we go to the diner, there's a one of those like cardboard cutouts of Alan Wake in the diner, and it just looks so funny because he looks so different. I don't know how much how different that is in the remastered version, but obviously this is an older game. This is from 2010, so the graphics aren't perfect, but then they're not horrendous either. Oh, there's one of the Anderson brothers' rooms. Can we go in here? Oh no! Oh, okay, so they're both in there. And they've got a shield on the wall. Can you see anything else? Oh, okay, they've got another one. Okay, interesting. So yeah, so those are the two brothers that we met, sorry, at the diner earlier. And that was the one who supposedly hits Nurse Sinclair over the head in one of the manuscript pages that we saw earlier.
Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
Excuse me?
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has
He knows a
constructed an
lot
elaborate fantasy
about what's going
in which
on.
your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head.
Like I said, I mean, the way that he's talking, I mean, to anyone who
Your wife, no one has been killed.
doesn't,
Illusions are just
like, the fact that he's able to tell us exactly what has been going on, like the fact that he's like, yeah, you know, you think your words are affecting this stuff, blah 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 blah, you think that there's a fight between light and darkness, like what he says sounds very plausible when you think about, like, can I go up here?
You're a skeptic by nature.
Can I go in here?
We both know this. Everything can be explained.
But like, yeah, to a rational mind, like if you woke up somewhere and you'd gone through all the stuff that Alan has, you'd probably be like, I mean, what he's saying makes more sense than what's been happening to me. Like the past few weeks for Alan has literally been a whole supernatural whirlwind of stuff going on, you know. And so to have a professional turn around to you and be like, yeah, like, this is all in your head. Like, Alice died, she drowned, and you just couldn't take it. So, yeah, when he's saying that it's a struggle to fight believing those words, you know, it makes sense.
Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast.
Ah, perfect for a thunder god. Perhaps, maybe.
Good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief.
Sorry, I'm not talking much. I want to hear what he has to say.
Why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Yeah, because everything he says, in the context of this, it makes sense.
Come along. Let's go inside.
So, like, it's no wonder that he's, like, struggling to fight against what he's saying, because it does make sense.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
I do wonder.
Scary, scary, scary.
I'm sorry.
Emerson.
I just love how he roared at him.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please.
In the context of being clinically insane, a lot of things will make sense. True, true.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when
I wonder who this is supposed to be.
Okay,
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow strike.
games.
Oh.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve some
him.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my
Are
therapy.
they mocking themselves? Because they literally just said that making games takes some small creative effort. So I feel like that's Remedy just kind of making a joke of themselves to some degree. Are you Nurse Sinclair, maybe? Possibly? Right, I will follow him in a second. I know I probably can explore this a little bit more.
Please, this way.
I want to go this way, though. What's up here? Oh, there's a QR code. Ooh. What is that for? I don't remember seeing a QR code here before. Were QR codes a thing in 2010? I don't know. I don't remember them being QR codes in 2010. Oh, so we are going to have to come back up here because there are the TVs. I imagine that's going to give us some insight into stuff later. But I wonder what that QR code leads. I know that in...
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator
interesting.
hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
That's good to know. That's good to know that that's up here, but there's no key or anything. But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I know that there was a thing in this which had you could call Hartman's number. There was like a phone number that actively went through to Hartman. But I don't really remember much else about it. It was just something I briefly stumbled across when I was reading. Oh, who are you? Your paint?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Oh,
Okay.
that's nice.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things.
So who are
A lot
you?
of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Torrent Odin.
Yeah.
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Yeah, that looks a little bit freaky. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Yeah, so would I. I have a sneaky suspicion that we will end up being out there, though. But that is Tor and Odin. And now I'm wondering if the manuscript page we found earlier is not actually as malicious as it sounded. Because Tor, who I'm guessing is holding his Mjolnir, is it Mjolnir or is it Mjolnir? I can never remember. But that hammer looks a little bit less intimidating than the hammer that I was conjuring up in my mind when we saw that manuscript page earlier. Hello? You okay? Okay, we'll just leave you to it.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a
Mjolnir.
part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Am I saying it right, Mickle? I think I'm saying it right, but I never know. Can I go this way? Oh, there's another TV there. I have a feeling that's probably gonna come into play at some point. What can I read? What's it? Oh, this. Oh, here. Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialised help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy and its sister method, the flow, work best when you are actively engaging in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please do not hesitate to voice them. It was close, but it's the O. But oh god. Mjol? Is it Mjolnir? Mjolnir? Mjolnir. I don't know. I need. I'll watch a video later to remind myself.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm!
Oh, they're playing a Night Springs board game.
This place off the face of the earth.
Oh, that's cheerful.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and...
I wonder why he went for Tor instead of Thor. If they were going for the names of the,
left its mark.
unless Thor is maybe an exaggerate. Maybe there's multiple names for Thor.
For now, Alan, the power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best.
Oh, is it?
Don't you think?
Nothing good seems to happen when I write.
Headed with a hammer. Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
It's very true.
Thing I've heard in a while.
Oh yeah, of course. They kept calling him Thomas Zane, didn't they?
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something.
We
for
need to
you.
find the
Gave me a
message.
rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Oh, it's a manuscript page. Interesting.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams.
Oh, that's interesting to know about the kids' names.
Oh, I just noticed leather patches on the elbows. That's not very rock and
That's
roll.
not very rock and roll,
Tom
unfortunately.
just lost is all. Baba Yaga got
Baba
to him,
Yaga.
too.
They actually mentioned Baba Yaga.
She used us
Interesting.
all, taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens. What were they? Memory and thought. The hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Sorry, they're saying a lot of interesting stuff.
Sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one.
Imagine these guys really are Norse gods.
Twisted and wrong. Just ask
The lamp lady.
She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Not on
No,
purpose.
it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Sorry, they're saying a lot of stuff, which is a lot of the stuff that I've been researching recently. And one of the things I find really interesting is the fact they actually mentioned Baba Yaga. Now, I'm sorry if I'm not saying that correctly, but Baba Yaga is I can't remember what mythology she comes from. She was actually very recently portrayed as a character in The Witcher season 2. I don't know if they actually called her by that name, but basically it's like a witch who this might not be completely right because I haven't looked into it too heavily, but she was a witch who lives in a cabin that has chicken legs. So basically the cabin raises up and it's got chicken legs. Don't know why, but it does. And the cabin... Oh, I've just noticed that.
My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the...
Sorry, I'll finish what I was saying in a sec.
Covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
I think that's the actual voice actor filmed in that bit.
I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Interesting. So as I was saying about Baba Yaga, so she's a witch who lives in a cabin which, like I said, raises itself up onto brain work, chicken legs. And the interesting thing is that the cabin on Diver's Isle, which was the cabin that was in that Alan Wake and Alice went to, and it was where Zane and his lover stayed or were living, that is called I think it's Bird Leg Cabin. So that's one link, but also the lover, Barbara Yaga, sounds very much like Baba Yaga. So there's some tie-ins with that, implying that she's a witch, but I feel like there's probably a little bit more to it than that.
Hey, Wake,
Ooh.
why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
Who said that? Who was talking to me then?
You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
But I'm already up here. why are you talking to me like that? Oh, well done, Mikkel. You got some plunder. Right, let's quickly mosey on in here, and I guess we should try and write. See what happens.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began.
Oh, I forgot to check the manuscript page that they gave me.
Hey, Wake, You stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing.
Sounds like Tor and Odin are causing a ruckus.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Let me see. Did I? So yeah, so we've got all but one page for this episode. So we'll quickly read this one, I guess, because I'm guessing that this is the manuscript page that we were given. But one of the things that you might not know if you haven't played this game before is the lyrics that the guys are singing downstairs are the lyrics to The Poet and the Muse by Poets of the Fall. So it does have spoilers in the song, because obviously it is written for this game in particular. So there are certain things in it that are kind of spoilery, but it is a fantastic song. It is well worth a listen to. So if you do want to listen to something that is related to this game at all, then I highly recommend it, because it is a very, very good song. So Thomas Zane's writing and assistant.
Could feel the poems taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Okay, so yeah, so Thomas Zane had an assistant called Emil, and he kind of guided him in certain directions when everything was going down in the 1970s. Well, specifically in 1970, I believe. But on that point, and on that mark, it is past time, unfortunately. So I just wanted to say a humongous thank you to everyone who came in to stream today. I really, really appreciate it. We will be streaming again on Thursday. We will be doing Assassin's Creed 2, and then on Saturday we have got Hollow Knight, and then again on Tuesday next week we will be back with more Alan Wake. Obviously we are at the very beginning of episode 4, so we've got 2 more episodes after this one in particular. So yeah, we are getting there slowly but surely, and hopefully we will have some more interesting stuff to more lore, I guess, to experience next week. But yeah, again, thank you very much for being here, and if you did enjoy, do please feel free to leave a like. It does help when the stream comes VOD, so I would really, really appreciate that. But otherwise, again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye!